I've been thinking, and I feel like we are having an endemic of overstimulated moms. And by overstimulated moms, what I mean is not just moms who are touched out, and I've talked about being touched out, but I'm talking about moms that our nervous systems are overwhelmed by the noise, the chaos, the constant just moving around us. And I feel like we're not actually talking about how to help moms with overstimulation. I think many moms recognize that they're overstimulated, but we're not actually like, what can we do about it? Thank you for visiting here. If this is your first time, my name is Dr. Piper Grant. I am a licensed clinical psychologist. I am a mama of 2, and I am also the founder of Born Into Motherhood. My intention is always to create safe spaces that are validating and supportive, where we actually talk about the challenges and the highs of motherhood in ways that maybe people don't talk about, the nitty-gritty, the stuff that I wish more people would really talk about, the realities of motherhood. If you enjoy these videos, if it resonates with you, subscribe, don't miss a video, and I usually post one every single week. This week though, what I have been thinking about is the overstimulation of moms. Maybe that's because I've been feeling overstimulated. Maybe that's because in my practice, I've been talking with a lot of moms who are feeling overstimulated, but the overstimulation is real. What I mean by overstimulation is I mean that a woman is constantly surrounded by chaos, the noises, the mess, everything that's going on for her. It is overwhelming to the nervous system. And by that, what I mean is that when our nervous system is overwhelmed, we are dumping large amounts of cortisol, cortisol being the stress hormone. And when we have large amounts of cortisol, it has a lot of negative impacts on our body. It makes us get brain fog. It makes us have difficulty with sleep, difficulty with attention, difficulty with memory. I don't even know if I said memory already, because actually that is like literally my own brain fog right there. This overstimulation for mothers is difficult because it makes us feel out of body. It makes us feel a little bit crazy, and it makes us feel like we're kind of on the edge. A lot of moms will come into my practice and ask me and say, why am I so overstimulated? Why is my partner not overstimulated? What's wrong with me? Well, there's something that we call the motherhood factor, and the motherhood factor makes us more prone to overstimulation. First and foremost, because moms are typically more in the environment of the chaos and the noise and all of those things. So that's one aspect. Number 2, women experience hormone changes and hormone shifts, and this makes us prone to feeling overstimulated. This makes us vulnerable to feeling overwhelmed. And number 3 is tiredness, exhaustion. This also makes it difficult to feel like ourselves, to feel like, oh my gosh, I can take on the world. No, you can't, because you're tired. And so when your body is tired, it is more susceptible to overstimulation. So what are some things that we can do to help our bodies not feel so stimulated, or at least not stimulated in the bad ways, right? So first and foremost, we can do an auditory reset. There's 4 things that I'm gonna suggest. First and foremost is an auditory reset. By this, what I mean is find some quietness, literally silence if possible. A lot of times moms will escape with podcasts, they'll escape with watching something, listening to an audiobook. I like to suggest, if possible, 3-5 minutes if you can, of just an audio reset. Allow the body to just have silence and peace. That can actually be scary for some moms. Almost it feels like you have ringing in your ears. It's like, whoa, I don't even know what that sounds like. And then physical space and distance. Moms are often really touched out. We are overstimulated by all the things and having to move. If you can find intentional physical space, and I don't care where that is. I have literally sat in my closet before. That can be happening in your car. That can be laying down in bed. I actually don't really, it doesn't have to look any one way, but can you be intentional in saying, okay, this is 5 minutes, 3 minutes, if you can, like if 5 minutes, if it's possible, to just let my body just be and just have a little bit of physical distance. The 2 other ones is gonna be a tactile reset and deep breathing. A tactile reset, I think, is actually really helpful, because what can happen is we can feel like our body, it's like when we're overstimulated, the nervous system, it's like too much, it's too much. So I like to have a tactile reset. A tactile reset is where you change your clothes, you take a shower, maybe there's something that you do to like move your body. This can be really important because what it signals to the system is we're just having a little bit of a reset, we're changing, this is a different mode. And so it's intentional. I'm changing my clothes. I'm kind of letting that go. I'm like letting that, or I'm taking a shower and I'm letting the water go over my body. There we go. And deep breathing. I know it's going to sound super, super cliche, but the thing is why we use breath so much is breath. When we take deep breaths, it actually signals to the body that we are safe. Think about when you're anxious. Think about when you're nervous. There's fast breathing. When you are relaxed, the breathing is slow. So when we intentionally bring the breath slower, we bring it deeper, the body begins to feel safer. And the parasympathetic nervous system, the parachute, if you imagine, the rest, digest, and all of the yummy, yummy feelings, that comes online and allows the body to say, okay, we're okay. What I really would like to strongly suggest, and why it's so important that you hear those 4 tips, is like that needs to happen on the daily. Now, here I am preaching it, by the way, and it's like very hard for me to practice it daily. But when I remember it, then I say, okay. And honestly, you guys, instantly, the body can find itself again. So here's speaking to all my mamas who are overstimulated. Here's to the endemic that I think of overstimulated mamas. Hopefully you can find your breath, take a little bit of a physical reset if you can, have a little bit of silence, ground yourself, know that you're not alone in that, but hopefully together we can just find ways to let the nervous system calm. If you like this video, if this interests you, hit subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Born Into Motherhood, and I'll see you when I see you.